I understand this is a conversation class, typically. We're going to inject a little of poder into your day-to-day conversation and your writing, ideally. If we look at the task, and the task is to explain the present and past subjunctive to you guys in 4 weeks. It's a little daunting, but I'm up to the challenge. The question is, are you guys ready to do your part? Okay? See. This is differentiated, meaning that if your Spanish right now is really weak, you should be able to get through today's thing. You should be able to participate in all of it. If your Spanish is good, you should be able to participate and leave it here with something else. So I'm shooting at a lot of levels at the same time. Okay? So what I need you guys to do first is consider where your own Spanish is. Somewhere on a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 basis. This being fuerte. Davey. Now, I teach at the high school. My name is Dallas Black. One of our core values is courage. I want you guys to be courageous enough, if you're weak, to say, hey, I'm Davey, but I'm here to do something to move from here to here. Okay? Because what I need is mixed groups. If you're one of the guys that are somewhere in the 3, 4, 5, I'm going to need some leadership from you in your group because you already have a better idea. Does that make sense? All right, so let me see some numbers up in the air. What kind of numbers we've got? Uh-huh. If you are seated next to somebody with a cuatro, oh, you guys way too many cuatros. Are so delusional about your own communicative ability. It's ridiculous. Let me say that up front, okay? Listen, I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to try and not step on your toes. But generally speaking, your generation. When I talk about your generation, I'm talking about everybody from Griffin's age up to probably about 25 have. Hola, Ross. Hola, muchachos.
Estaban perdidos, chicos.
Okay. How many 4 and 5s do I still have after that? Carmen, and Nathan, you guys are going to get stuck in a group. All right. I need some 1s, 2s, and 3s with Carmen in a separate group. 1, 2s, and 3s with Nathan in a separate group. Nathan, you might want to stop up. I'm going to assume that you have progressed from when you last left my classroom in a way that is constructive. You guys were both with cuatros, right? What do we have here? Number 1?
3 or 4.
All 2s. We need some balance here. No, not con este no. Señoritas, vengan. Sí, con los muchachos. Señoritas. Are you here or are you on the phone? Put the phone away, would you please? Lucas, venga. Ponte ahí. Hey, listen guys, I need you to get up and move into varied groups with strong people. I need to do it today. I have 4 hours to do both. What do we have here? Numbers. 3, 4. Rosita, ponte ahí. Lucas con las señoritas. Ross, probablemente 4. Está bien. We got 2 cuatros here. Carmen, tú estás ahí, ¿no? O con los muchachos. Señor, ponte ahí. Ponte ahí con Ross. Okay. We've only got 1 here. With Raúl. Okay, ponte ahí con Raúl. Okay. First of all, Forms and subjunctive. This is the real easy one. Anybody learn a mnemonic device in a previous high school class? By the way, I've been doing this for 20 years. I only have all these things because teachers are thieves. They should be thieves. They borrow things. They hear things like, oh, that works. I'll take it. Please take any of this and send it on to somebody else. Okay? Who's got a mnemonic device for the forms of the subjunctive? Yes?
Oh, well, I know, like, the uses we use wedding.
I'm going to be using wedding with you, okay? I know the book uses weirdo for the 201, 202. And Nathan, I need you. Te necesito. Nathan, put yourself, ponte ahí con estas señoritas. Okay. Wedding. How about the forms? To get to the forms. How do you get to those weird forms? Nobody? Okay. I'll tell you. Got two of them. And we should be writing this down. Don't be like my ninth graders waiting for me to tell you they had on a piece of paper. Everybody need a piece of plate paper. As long as you're not Snapchatting, that's fine. I put up with that stuff all day, and I'm not getting paid to put up with it today. Nathan, ponte en el grupo, por favor. All right. Okay, here it is. It's real simple. Take the yo. Drop the yo. Take the yo. Drop the yo. And add the opposite ending. Elvira, ponte con Carmen. Gracias. Me alegro de verte. Me alegro de que hayas venido. Carmen Ayala. Okay, take the yo, drop the yo, add the opposite ending. You could also take the yo, drop the yo, and then you do the switcheroo. Okay, whichever one you do. I stuck with the first one I got. Somebody came along with the switcheroo one, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. But take the yo, drop the yo, add the opposite ending. That is a roundabout way to remind you that all of the go verbs, you guys know your go verbs. When teachers talk about go verbs, what's this one? No. I need people going like this. I need monkeys. I need lab rats. Let's go. Operant conditioning. At the end of the day, operant conditioning does a lot of things. Go like this for me. Say tengo.
Tengo.
What's this one do?
Digo.
Digo. Digo.
Salvo.
Salvo. Vengo. Pongo. Tortillas. Hago. Vengo. Salvo. Tengo, pongo. There's your go verbs. It's a roundabout way to get all the go verbs with the g in there before that opposite ending. We're talking about opposite endings. What do I mean by opposite endings? It's real simple. After you've gotten past the preterite and the imperfect, you realize that things get really simple. Typically, we have our anti-verbs. They will always be represented here. Why would I do it with this hand? Because I'm like a screen. If it's over here, and you guys can picture with me my hand over here, what kind of verb am I talking about? A-ere, and thank you for saying a-ere, Ross. Yeah, over here is the a-ere, p-ere. Why does a-ere always come first?
Because you learn it first.
Because you learn it first. Why do you learn it first?
Because it's...
They are the easiest, the most regular, and it's the biggest group. Okay? So we have our a-ere verbs, our a-ere, and our e-ere verbs. Opposite ending. That's all you need if you understand the logic of the box. The logic of the box. This line always ends in what letter? We know our alfabeto, pues? S. What happens to the S to get from here to here? Drop the S to show respect. I always sneak over here because the difference between this line and this line is always just an S. From here to here, it's always just N-A. Up here, amos. I do it this way. Okay, why would I do it that way? There's always some logic. If I'm talking to you, Lucas, tú. If I'm talking to two And tú, Rosita. I'm talking to two people. In the Americas, what form is that? In the Americas, ustedes. No les des esas respuestas tan obvias. My Spanish 1 kids know this. If you guys are majors and minors, you better get with the program. Ustedes is right here. It's a quick jump. Talking to one friend, talking to two friends. If you get over to Alcalá, you'll be using this one. Okay? You guys understand the logic of Senor's box? By the way, the Royal Spanish Academy does it in a similar fashion. However, they put this one first. Why would they do that? Why would that be logical for the Royal Spanish Academy?
Because they're from
Exactamente. Okay, you guys understand the logic. Opposite ending over here. You should write them down. Write them down. I'll put them on the board, then check them. Write them. Start with an A. Write them out. Monkeys can copy. You won't learn by copying. You'll learn more by writing a bunch of nonsense on the paper and having to erase it and correct it. Check what you have with what's on the board. Does that seem to make sense? Yes, no? That was a yes, no question. Rosita, más vos. Lucas, habla, por favor. Para que no se queden tan callados. Okay. Present subjunctive. The forms are easy. What was it? Take the O, drop the O, add the opposite ending. Okay? But we have 6 verbs that do not end in O in the present tense. Who can give me one? Estar. Estar is estoy. You might want to wait to write these down. Ir is boy. Haber. Who said that? Oh my goodness. Is there a hug? Haber. The most important, least understood verb of them all. Who else got one? Which one? Dar. Other ones? Ser. One more. The one that nobody knows they know until I say, how do you say I don't know? Saber. Excelente. Safe. You'd be surprised. No, you wouldn't. How many people I say, what's the present form of saber? Everybody goes, I don't know. I say, how do you say I don't know? No say. Okay. They don't end in no. That's the problem. Hola, Alfonso. Here is the poem for irregulars. I need rhythm. I need repetition. Brain rules, if you haven't read it, you should read it. If you want to know how your brain works, 2 chapters dedicated to repetition. Repetition. Repetición. It's easier in Spanish. Repetición. Repetition. Sepa, sea, vaya, de, esté, y, para completar el ritmo, y haya. Repitan, por favor. Sepa, sea, vaya, de, esté, y haya. 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 Turn to a blank page. See if you can write the poem out without looking at the board. See if you can hear it in your head. I'm going to erase it. Sepa, sea, vaya, de, esté, y haya. Write them out real quick, real fast. Accent marks are not optional. Write them out. Change it with somebody in your neighborhood. Exchange them. Be critical. Who's missing an accent mark? Who needs flogged? Pinch your partner if he or she forgot something. You're helping them. La letra con sangre entra.
Mal hecho. No sabo nada.
Ay, no digas eso tampoco. How'd we do?
Yo aprendí eso.